Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine at home. So students, today I am going to discuss with you about past tense and future tense. So students, past tense. Past tense shows an action was going on or completed in the past time. That means an action was going on or completed in the past time. To indicate that type of verbs we use past tense. Past tense has four parts. First, simple or indefinite past tense. You can call it simple past tense or past indefinite tense also. Simple past tense shows an action completed in the past time. So formula, you can see here the formula: subject plus verb to plus object. It is the formula of simple past tense. Now you see the example. So example is, I played cricket yesterday. Here I subject, played V2, then cricket yesterday object. Similarly, he played cricket yesterday. He subject, played V2, cricket yesterday object. So I hope you have understand simple past tense. Coming to the past continuous tense. Past continuous tense shows an action was going on in the past time. So that means an action was running at the past time. To show that type of verb, we use past continuous tense. Formula: subject plus was or were plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. So here I have given two examples. You can see students, he was running then. So he subject with he I have to write was because he is third person singular number. Then run, verb 1 with it ing, both together has made running, and then is object. Similarly, we subject where, then according to the formula I have written, then play verb 1, then ing, then is the object. Now coming to the past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to show that something happened before another action in the past. It can also be used to show that something happened before a specific time in the past. So formula: subject plus had plus V3 plus object. It is the actual formula of past perfect tense. But here I have divided the formula into two parts. First, number 1. So, if one action happened before another action, so then only you can apply this formula. And always remember, if the word before is mentioned in the sentence, then only you can apply this formula. So formula is subject plus had plus V3 plus object plus before plus second subject plus verb 2 plus object. So it is the formula. Now you see the example, you will get to understand. The train had left the station before I reached there. At the bottom of the page you can see the example. The train, it is the subject, then had according to the formula, left V3, the station object, then before I second subject, then reached V2, and there object. Okay, so now coming to the second formula. So it is the rule number 2 or formula number 2. Subject plus V2 plus object plus after plus second subject plus had plus V3 plus object. So this only you can apply if the word after is written in the sentence. Now, for example, the doctor came after the patient had died. You can see I have written it according to the formula, this example. The doctor, subject, then came, it is V2, then object I have not written, then after this the patient, second subject, after that had died, had according to the formula, and died V3. So here any object I have not written, but if in the sentence object is written, then you have to write. In the above sentence, the patient had already died before the doctor came. Here before has not been mentioned, but we can see that the patient had already died before the doctor came. So that's why it is past perfect tense. Coming to the past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense shows that an action that started in the past continued until another time in the past. So that means at a time one action started in the past and it continued until another time in the past. Formula: subject plus had been. Subject plus had plus been plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. So you see, I had been writing when she returned. I subject, then had, according to the formula I have written. After that, been according to the formula, then write, it is the V1, and ing with it both together have made writing. After that, when she returned, it is the object. So here we can see my writing was going on until another time, and that time is her returning. Now coming to the next tense, which is future tense. So future tense means something which will occur in future that has not yet happened. So here see the definition, students. A tense expressing an action that has not yet happened or will happen in the future is called future tense. Future tense also has 4 parts: simple future, future indefinite tense. That means you can say it simple future or future indefinite tense. It is the first form of future tense. The simple future tense shows an action that has not yet happened. The simple future is also used to make a prediction or to show ability, intention or determination. Now formula. So formula I have divided into 2 parts. If the subject is first person, then subject plus shall plus verb 1 plus object. But here I have written, you can see, in some cases will is also used with first person. Now for example, I shall go to your home tomorrow. So here you can see, I subject with I have written shall as I is first person, go verb 1, then to your home tomorrow, it is the object. Similarly, we or subject shall, according to the formula read V1, attentively object. Now in the second sentence I have written, I will do the work. I, then will, then do verb 1, then the work, it is the object. Why I have written will with I? Because in case of promise or prediction, we can use will with the first person. Remember, students. Number 2, if the subject is second person or third person or any plural form, then only we can apply this formula. Formula is subject plus will plus verb 1 plus object. So here you can see my examples. He will do the work by tomorrow. So he is the subject, with he I have to write will. After that, do verb 1, then object, the work by tomorrow. Similarly, they, subject with they, I have to write will as they is plural. After that, play V1, then football tomorrow, it is the object. Now note, sometimes going to is also used in simple future tense. For example, you can see, students, I have written here simple future, he is going to be 15 years old in next March. That means it is simple future. He is going to be 15 years. That means he will be 15 years in next March. Now intention, I am going to buy a motor car. That means it is my intention. I have not bought, but I will buy. Now strong probability, it is going to rain today. That means there is a chance of raining today. So here instead of will or shall, I have used going to. Now future continuous tense. Future continuous tense indicates that something will occur in the future and continue for an expected length of time. That means something will occur in the future and it will go on for an expected length of time. Now formula, subject plus shall be or will be plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. Now you can see my examples, students. He will be traveling around the world next March. In March next year. So he subject with he I have to write will be, then travel V1 with it ing both together have made traveling, and around the world in March next year it is the object. Similarly they will according to the formula will be, then play verb 1 with it ing both together have made playing hockey in that field on Thursday, it is object. Similarly I with I have to write shall be, then go verb 1, then ing, then to your home by 4 p.m. tomorrow, it is the object. So in these three sentences we are seeing that something will occur in the future and it will go on to an expected length of time. Now future perfect tense. The future perfect tense indicates that an action will have been completed at some point in the future. Remember, future perfect tense indicates that an action will have been completed at some point in the future. So at some point in the future the work will be completed. Formula subject plus shall have or will have plus verb 3 plus object. So you can see my example. I shall have finished this by 4 p.m. So I have written I, then shall have according to the formula. I is first person, that's why shall have, then finished verb 3 this by 4 p.m. object. Similarly I have written he will have done the work before we return home. So he subject then will have according to the formula, then done V3 the work before we return home, it is the object. So here in these sentences we can see that at some point in the future the work will have been completed. The works will have been completed. The last tense of the tense family, that is future perfect continuous tense. The future perfect continuous tense is used to show that an action will continue in the future before starting of another action. Again I am saying the future perfect continuous tense is used to show that an action will continue in the future before starting of another action. Formula subject plus shall or will plus have plus been plus verb 1 plus ing plus object. So you can see my example here. I shall have been reading the book before he returns. So according to the formula I have written I with I have written shall, then have, then been, then read V1 with read ing both have made reading, and the book before he returns, it is the object. So here we can see my reading will go on before another action, before starting of another action, and that is his returning. So I shall have been reading the book before he returns. It is the future perfect continuous tense. With it we could understand the future perfect continuous tense. I hope you have understood about all the tenses clearly. Thank you, students.